Hey there, it's Stephanie with the Rancher's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. So, as I promised on Instagram, this week's video is going to be my Azure Standard, I guess you would say my May overhaul or April. So I always buy my groceries 1 month in advance, and I usually buy them on Azure Standard, or most of what I can buy. When the garden's running, which we're almost there to that season, I get most of my fresh produce straight from the garden. When I don't have that option, I usually get as much as I can on Azure Standard and then a local grocery store or Walmart or whatever to get anything extra from there. But I'm going to show you the things that I got this month. If you are familiar with Azure Standard or you've used it before, you will know, probably got the same email I did, that their headquarters burnt down, and so there were some things out of stock. Lately, there's been things out of stock anyways, just from supply and demand just being difficult. But I did get some of my staples, but there were things that I needed that I did not get this month due to the unseen circumstances. So my order is a lot smaller than normal, but nevertheless, I will show you what I got. Here is 2 boxes of lemons. I always get 10 pounds of lemons, 1 or 2, just depends on where we're at. I save some for cooking and lemon water, and then the rest I turn into lemonade concentrate. I can it and put it on my shelf. So here in central Missouri, we would have a very difficult time growing a lemon tree. I wish I could. Wish I had a greenhouse or just a means to be able to do it. But as of right now, we don't. And so I can't grow my own lemons. We love lemonade, and so this is the next alternative. I like to buy them in bulk and do it this way. I always buy my raw white cheddar cheese. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I am trying to stick to more raw dairy for myself and my gut healing. And so I use this cheese for the whole month. I cube it up into smaller blocks, and then I use it when I have cheese and crackers. Anytime I'm not really cooking with it. So tacos, cheese and crackers, things like that. If I'm going to cook with it and heat it up, it really defeats the purpose of the, having raw cheese, and it just is too expensive to waste like that. So I buy other cheese for cooking, if I'm making anything, a cheesy soup or something like that, but for things like tacos and sliced up cheese and things, I use the raw, and it's so delicious. We love peppers. I bought peppers, bell peppers, plus sweet peppers. We still had 1 bag left over. My kids like these as snacks. I bought broccoli. A lot of the produce comes in bulk, so if your family doesn't need a ton of produce, it might not be the right option for you to buy on Azure Standard. You can buy some things smaller, but some things not. So just kind of watch what the amounts are in the things that you're buying. I bought cornstarch. Now, here's my tip that I give. I've given this before. I did not want 5, 6 little boxes of cornstarch. I actually wanted a 5-pound bag of cornstarch. I use it in my gluten-free, all-purpose flour blend that I made up, but they didn't have it, and it was in stock in the big bag, so I just dropped it down and got little boxes, and that one shipped. So I've shared this tip before. If you're looking for a 25-pound bag and it says it's out of stock, sometimes if you just change the size and double whatever it is that you want, they likely will have it and it'll ship. So it might just be the quantity that you're at, or the size of whatever you're asking for. So that's what I got here. I'll dump all these little boxes into my Gamma Sale bucket. Not as convenient as having a bag, but I still got the cornstarch that I wanted. And if you are looking for my flour blend, that is actually in my gluten-free ebook that launched 2 weeks ago. And that is where I share all things gluten-free, like a beginning guide to cooking from scratch gluten-free. And I will drop the link in the description here if you're interested for it. It's got my pantry staples on it, so the list of what I get in my pantry, and I have all the time, and where I buy it, which most is from Azure Standard. The equipment that I use to make my breads and things, and then 5 never shared before recipe. One of them being the all-purpose gluten-free flour blend that I have replaced the all-purpose flour cup for cup with. So that has been something that I have been eager to share. I've been using it for like 8 months, and cornstarch is one of the ingredients that goes in it. Okay, I also buy some of my spices on there. Some of it I buy in a local Mennonite store close to me in bulk, and some of them I buy on Azure Standard. It just depends on what it is. So I was out of chili powder, so I bought a bag of that. And the same thing goes for if you can't get the whole bag, you can always just get a smaller amount and double it, triple it, whatever you need to do. Luckily, they had the bag for this. This is 1 pound of chili powder, so I'll put them in a big mason jar. I always buy all of my potatoes, so I buy, grab both of them. I buy russet potatoes, and then I switch off depending on the month and buy golden potatoes or red potatoes. So I don't usually need both of them in the month. So I just go back and forth, and I buy 2 bags at a time of golden potatoes, and then I'll buy the next month 2 bags of red potatoes, and usually I have 1 bag of golden still left, and we kind of rotate that way. I always buy russet though, because we do go through those quite a bit. So that is what I got this month on Azure Standard. It wasn't huge. Like I said, there were some things like my tapioca flour, chocolate chips, things like that they were out of stock on and didn't ship, which I was pretty disappointed about, but hopefully next month I'll get them in my cart and they will come next month. But these are some staples that I get every single month. I didn't get anything new here, and that's what I got. So if you are interested in knowing exactly what Azure Standard is, I will drop that link in the description. I have a video out from how you place it online, how you find your drop, all the way to picking it up, and what I got. So I will drop that link in the description as well if you've never even heard of Azure Standard and this is a brand new video for you. But I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Take care.